Hello, kit heads. We are talking kit, the home of the greatest football kit content in the world. You know what it is by now. I'm obviously Double A, and that is GK Sean. Are you sure it's GK Sean one on Twitter? Have you put that on purpose? I'm sure that's different on Twitter.
I've had so many love handles that I can't remember which one.
No, you're just GK Sean. Stop fooling the people, mate. Yeah, you've managed to bag the.
It's my squad number as well, though. So.
Well, yeah, there is that, I guess. Well, you should have put that in your Twitter handle. Now you're just confusing people. Anyway, it's good to see you. But before that, we have to let people know it's Wednesday. It's 9:30. We are now in the rank bank. We've opened the rank bank's doors for another session of full kit rankers. And let me tell you, I'm not gassing it up. I'm not going to just say it. It's genuinely true. Possibly the 10 strongest shirts we may have had on this series. I think really 10 good shirts.
Unique.
I already know. Very unique, and I think it's something we're shedding a light on shirts that need to have light shed on them. I think we're big on spreading the love for shirts and the community here on Talking Kit. That's what we want to do, want to portray. We want to be the channel for the community. So definitely showing some shirts you may not have seen. You may have seen them, obviously being shirt collectors, or maybe you've not. You've seen a shirt and thinking, I'm going to buy that. I mean, two of the shirts, I'm not going to say it. We'll shut up. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Like I say, Double A, GK Sean. After coming back from a bit of a hiatus, fully in it now. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, a brand new Desert Island Kits came out on Monday. I had a chat with Tom from El Clasico Kits. Make sure after this you go and check it out because it was a really good episode and he's got such an amazing collection, a lot of MLS shirts in there. He really blew me away with his shirts, and we're going to be bringing more of them for you. Got some lined up, some really good ones. So yeah, check it out after tonight's show. That would be brilliant. I would love it. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to smash a like on the video. And if it is your first time talking kit, just subscribe. It's free. It helps us, and you get all this great content. So yeah, just make sure you do that. And if you want to as well, smash the bell notification for every time we drop some content. It's going to be 2 times a week. Fingers crossed. Let's hope for that consistency. But anyway, we've got another 10 shirts to rank for you tonight. And like I say, 10 really good shirts. You could probably see above us. It's loud, lower league shirts. I don't like to say non-league because I feel every league is a league. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a kickabout on the park. It's a league. So every league is a league. It's lower league. It makes sense as you go further down the pyramid. So we've got shirts from England, Wales, Scotland, and also America tonight. So I feel like we've spread the love a little bit around the world. I could have gone. I think the 10 here are absolutely brilliant. So yeah, get in the comments tonight as well. Let us know on the shirts you love, shirts you're not maybe so keen on, and what you think of our choices. Are we talking nonsense? Some say we probably do on this show a lot, but that's just probably me and Sean. Anyway, Sean, quickly, how have you been? Good week? How's it all going?
Can't complain. Not been up to much, to be honest. Oh, went to see County in the FA Cup. Got hammered by Walsall.
Got beaten, unfortunately.
It was got beat 2-1, but should have been more. We didn't play too well.
At least you could concentrate on the league. Promotion push, or is that a bit out there?
Not out the question. We're about 8 points off, but
okay.
Lost the last 2, so the form isn't cracking, but need a good February push.
Well, let's hope, fingers crossed for Stockport and a promotion push. Right, let's get into this week's show and get our guests on. So no Dom this week, still no Josh as well. Do you know what? You know what I've not done? Let me do it before I've been a guest on. Let me just get some good old housekeeping out of the way. I should have done this before, obviously. As you should know by now, we are obviously sponsored. This show is now sponsored by Retro Football Kits. I was down there again today. You may see on TikTok if you follow us on TikTok. If you don't, go and follow us on TikTok. And I was down there today and I did a video of some of their Serie A shirts. Oh my God, some of them are absolutely amazing. But yeah, if you don't know, you can go and get 10% off all your lovely orders at Retro Football Kits. Just using the code TalkingKit10. just go to retrofootballkits.co.uk. Like I say, they've got some absolute amazing shirts down there for any collector to want to go and buy, let me tell you. So yeah, like I say, we've joined up with them. They sponsor this show. 10% off your orders with Retro Football Kits using code TalkingKit10. Right, there we go. That's out of the way. But yeah, like I say, no Dom. He's over in Milan watching AC. He's in the San Siro right now, I believe. No Josh as well. And so what we're going to do, because we've only got 4 of us tonight. So at the moment, with just myself, Sean, and Dom being the regular rankers, each week we're just going to get one guest in. And Jay from Retro Football Kits and, host the Retro Football Kits YouTube, he's going to score as well to make sure it's nice round 50 points as what we like to do with each week's shirts. So yeah, there's going to be 4 of us on the panel, and Jay will have ranked the shirts as well and given a little bit of a reason why or what he likes about different shirts. So yeah, that's the way we're going forward. And hopefully, like I always say every single week, it condenses it down a little bit and we're not here until midnight, like sometimes it may have been. So yeah, that's how it's going to work. So we've got 2 guests to bring on, and 2 guests I'm really excited to have on the show and to talk about. And the first guest, I had to ask him what he did. Obviously, social media, sometimes you're not fully aware. But yeah, so we've got Calum on, and he is the owner and runs the sort of media side of a football team down in London. I'm going to say it's London. Portobello FC. Yeah. What a start to him. I've got one of their shirts in the background. That's not because he's on. It's because I actually love that shirt. I'm not just trying to suck up to him or anything, although there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a big fan. And we spoke about coming on the channel. The now deceased main podcast, they were going to come on and talk about Portobello just in general. But I thought, now that's no longer available. Let's get him on Full Kit Rankers. And it works perfectly, obviously, Portobello FC being a lower league team. Makes sense for him to be on this episode. So yeah, let's say hello to Calum from Portobello FC. Good evening, pal. You okay?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate the kind words about the kit.
All right, mate. All 3 of them, mate. Let me just tell you, absolute bangers. Yeah. You've done amazing work there. You must be really proud of them kits. Is your first season as well?
Yeah, disappointed only one of our kits got on the list. I think all 5.
There is that, but I feel like I have to spread the love a little bit, unfortunately. Yeah. But maybe in a couple of seasons we can just do a show all about Portobello shirts, and we can kind of rank all 10 if we have 10 to rank. That'll be fun.
Portobello, is that named after the mushroom?
No, it's named after Portobello Road in London.
Calum, I should say Sean's a chef. That's why he said that, because it
wasn't just a random
online, but yeah.
What shirt are you wearing, Aaron? What shirt you got on?
Yeah, I've got Nagoya Grand Passate shirt, so J League from 96, 97. Yeah, I won it in a raffle as well, Sean, my first raffle win, but I thought I'd wear it tonight. I was going to wear one of these 2, but I thought no, they're better placed behind me for tonight's show. But yeah, Calum, so how's it going, Portobello? How's everything in kicking off your first season, I guess, as a team? How have you found it?
Yeah, so this is our first season. We compete in the Middlesex County Football League Division 2. So this was a project I've been working on for a number of years with the kind of like initial ambition to launch back in 2020. But obviously because of the pandemic, had to completely shelve the idea. If I'm being honest, it was the best thing to happen to the club, just because it gave me 2 more years of planning and really thinking about how I can build this as a football club. And look further afield for like inspiration. So I'm a big fan of Oakland roots, myself, Forward Madison, and US soccer in general. There's definitely a lot more creativity over in the US. So I was always thinking, why couldn't someone start a football club that has creativity and color and culture at the center point of what it does? So that's kind of like our objective. We're a small club, but we have big ambitions in terms of like creativity and really just pushing the boundaries of what a football club can be in this country.
Absolutely. And like say the kits you've got this season are just 3 of the best. I would say the best from any league, any country, mate. I mean, they really do stand out. Your crest is, like, you can see it behind you there, is up there, absolutely top notch. You're really happy with it. I mean, the colours, it just stands out. It's amazing. I've seen, obviously, as well, you've launched a competition for people to design a kit for you next season as well.
Yeah, so we're always looking to be as creative as possible. So the kit you got behind yourself was a collaboration with a street artist called Faces of Faces.
Yeah.
So again, found him on Instagram. So I just kind of wanted to keep it open in case we came across somebody who could produce a kit that was something that nobody's perhaps thought about from a style perspective.
Yeah.
So we're currently in the process of going through the design for like next season's kits. But again, complete focus on creativity and just trying to be the most creative, most colourful. We want to be up there with the big boys next season, something like Arsenal and who are PSG, Roma. That's kind of the conversation we want to be in
Venezia as well, yeah. You want to be the British Venezia? Is that what you want to be? That's the goal.
Yeah. By comparison, that's what we'd aspire to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, fair enough, mate. Well, thank you very much for coming on. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed ranking the shirts. But yeah, we'll get our next guest on, and then we'll get straight into it. No messing around. So the next guest we've got on, another great content creator. His link to his YouTube is in the description tonight. Make sure you go and check out his channel. Really, really good content creator. Someone we've spoken a little bit on the old socials. He reached out. I love it when people reach out on what will come on. That makes me feel like we're doing something right. And we spoke. I don't think he could do it a while back, and then he messaged like kind of saying, "Hope not miss your chance." And the one thing about this channel is you never miss a chance. It's open ended. You can come on whenever you want. I would want people to ask me rather than me have to ask them. Kind of things. Just kind of say, "Aaron, I'm free. Let me come on." And that's what it's all about. Like we say, we want to be the community's channel, not just about me or Sean or Dom or anyone like that. So yeah, he's another great content creator. Make sure you go and check him out. And I'm happy he's come on. We get to have a chat with him and see what he's like. I think this week he said was right up his street. So let's have a little quick chat with him before we get into this week's shirts. It's Dan from Colours of DFP. Good evening, pal. You okay?
I'm very well, thank you, guys. Thanks for having me, and appreciate this particular subject. Like I said, the loud lower league shirts. Love lower league, and I love loud football kits, as you can probably see. So yeah,
I mean, it says it all in your name, mate. Colours of DFP. I mean, it speaks
colours,
volumes.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So and you can see behind you there the array of colours is amazing. So yeah, just a little quick bit about yourself. Normally it's everyone that's always been on, so it's nice to have people that we don't know, so we have a little bit of chat and find out more about them. So your channel, if people don't know, what is the kind of the thought behind it? What is it you do?
So I've always been into sort of video editing, and I've always collected football shirts from as far back as I can remember. So I thought I'd just put the two together. I decided to start doing some sort of like unboxing sort of videos, unpackaging sort of new kits and shirts that I buy. And I also like making videos. So I do random challenges. Like one of my challenges was an attempt to do a marathon around the Emirates Stadium. I had a day off, and I just thought I'd just do it. So I took my GoPro, took some phones with me to make the footage and make some random content. So it's just stuff like that. It's just random football matches. I went to I did a really good Cheshunt FC, my local team. I did a non-league day. I was there for the non-league day, like a huge family day celebrating non-league, and it was I make content like that, just random stuff. Yeah,
that's good.
Cheshunt. Isn't that where Tesco is based? Cheshunt.
Yes, that is where Tesco's originates from. Yes, yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, Cheshunt FC. Yeah, they're in the league just below Wrexham, I think. So they were promoted last season and fighting to stay up this season, I think. But they're doing okay. They're doing really well.
Conference South, isn't it?
National League South.
Yes. So they've got
United, John. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, conference. I still say conference, but they've got like the Vanarama patch on their top. So that says it all, I think. Yeah.
Got all of the good old Vanarama patch. Please tell me that team wear blue, white, and red, as in a homage to Tesco. It's got to be, surely.
No, they're the ambers. So they have an amber top. Sometimes it's with black sleeves. Sometimes it's all amber with black shorts, and I think like black and amber striped hooped socks.
That's
but
more
they
like
do have a blue
Netto,
away kit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Before we just get into the show, a couple of comments from one of my favourite people. Marcus, Kit Manaman, is saying, oi, oi. And then one for you, Dan. Deportivo and Arsenal legend.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
I mean, absolutely. So before we get into it, we always ask this question. How did everyone find ranking the shirts? Did you find it easy, hard? Was it difficult? What was your thought process behind it? I'll start with you, Dan, if you want to go. Give us your...
Yeah. So I went for the craziest and loudest. So I kind of, first of all 10 were decent. I enjoyed ranking this one. Like I said, the loud, the colours, I enjoyed this one. I went for the craziest. I went for what one am I going to buy first and second, third, and so on. But yeah, I enjoyed the Portobello one, I got to say. But yeah, they were good. They were decent shirts, definitely. And some I'd never seen before. Some I had seen on socials, but most of them I hadn't seen. So it was interesting to open my eyes to that kind of.
Yes, similar for me when researching. I was like, oh, wow. Like, do you know what I mean? Some I'd not seen before, definitely. Calum, for you, I mean, I'm guessing one of them was easy to pick, but then obviously with the rest, how did you find it?
Yeah, it won't be a surprise of what I put at number one. But I love the more creative football kits, so that's kind of what gets to the top of my list every single time. Yeah. So fairly straightforward for myself. But all like top 10 were good kits for sure.
Yeah, lovely. And Sean, how did you find it, mate?
Yeah, I wish my train journey this morning to work was longer, because I was like, it was the first time I've been struggling. One I put at the bottom, it was easier, and the rest were like, shit, I need more time here, I've got to get off. So I sort of thrown the last few minutes together, but I'm happy with the list.
That's fair. I think Jay commented today, said it was tough as well. So yeah, that's always good to hear, rather than it being, that's easy to do this, and then it falls into place. But yeah, let's get into it then. Big up to Jackson's jerseys, who's locked in as well. As always, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and throw a comment in on this week's shirts. Right, let's get into it then. Number 10 on our list, and it only had 12 points. You always seem to get one shirt around 10 to 12 points. I liked it, I have to say. I feel kind of harsh, but there was one comment from someone that saw it, and then it kind of put me off a little bit. But it's still a nice shirt, and it is this. It is the Braintree Town home shirt. Number 10 on our list, manufactured by Wise, and they are in the National League South. It was 8th on my list. Like I said, I saved ranking mine till the very last, and then I saw a comment. It was from Jay, and I'll mention it in a minute when I tell you his score, and it totally put me off the shirt a little bit. So it's why it's dropped down. But at first, when I saw it, I did really like it. Jay, he agreed with me. He had it on 8th, and he actually said on this one, where has he put it? Let's have a look. 8th. It looks like an athletic kit from a few seasons ago. Now, when I seen him say that was it then. All I could see was a sort of Blackpool version of Atleti. So it kind of threw me a little bit. Well, let's get into you three guys and find out, where you put the shirt. Sean, we'll start with you because you had it dead last. So this was the easiest one for you then.
Yeah, it's just got B&Q written all over it. B&Q staff attire. And compared to maybe in another list, it might have been a bit higher, maybe mid-table, but compared to everything else, it's not even close. The badge could have been like maybe all orange or maybe all black as well, rather than the blue. Blue looks a bit out of place on that kit.
That's not what we want, is it? Okay, so that anything you liked to? Well, I say you didn't like it, but do you like the colours? Anything?
The diagonal daggers that go up and down it, maybe. It looks better on the match worn, on the picture you sent with the match worn.
Yeah, I'll put that over in a sec. Let's have a look at that. There you go. With the blue shorts, looks a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. It looks a bit too HD in the model pic. Is it model pic you sent?
Yeah, it's on a ghost mannequin, mate. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Okay, fair enough, mate. Would you flip flop then? Now or would you still have it 10th? Do you think?
No, I wouldn't. It's not moving.
All right, fair enough. All right, okay.
Staying 10th.
Someone who agreed with you, Calum. Again, you agreed with Sean at 10th on your list. Yeah, what was your overall thoughts in placing it there?
I'm not a massive fan of the orange and white color combination.
Okay.
For me, the diagonal lines is kind of like minimal effort to try and make it a bit more interesting, but then kind of like falls short of actually being an interesting kit. This was for me very easy to stick this at last in 10th place.
That's fair. Not good a reason as any. And Dan, lastly, I think, did you not see this picture? Would that have changed your mind a little bit? You see,
I did see. I did see it, but I forgot about the blue shorts.
Ah, right.
That's what I forgot about the blue shorts, because I think that looks quite nice. But kind of reminds me of the Netherlands kind of shorts and socks. But the top, I kind of went quite literal, and it is very loud and in your face. So I don't think I put it bottom.
No, you had it seventh on your list. Yeah.
7th, yeah. I kind of went literally with sort of loudness of it.
Yeah.
So orange and white, quite bright stripes. I noticed obviously the slashes going through, and that reminds me of Atletico Madrid from a couple of seasons ago as well. So I got that straight away, and I thought loudness, it wasn't the least loud. That's kind of how I went with it. So yeah, that's why it wasn't bottom.
No, absolutely fair. A couple of comments from Jackson's jerseys. Yes, Atleti shirt, definitely. And then he's also coming up saying it doesn't need the diagonals. Straight orange and white stripes would be much better. I guess so. I mean, I like it. I like the blue shorts. It kind of stood out for me. I thought it was one definitely to put in there. So there we go. Number 10 on our list. 12 points overall, ranked by the guys. And it's a Braintree Town home shirt from this season. There we go. Moving on then to number 9 on our list at 16 points overall. And it is this. If you'll let me show you. There we go. And it is the Charlie FC away shirt. 10th on my list. I like it. It's a really nice shirt. And then I think I saw a close-up of it, and the pattern within it really stood out to me. But I think if you, like Dan, if you're going from loudness wise, I think this probably is the bottom for me, even though it is a beautiful shirt, really stunning. But yeah, it's 10th on my list just for that reason. Jay, you may be surprised to learn, he had it 2nd overall in his list this week. Really did like it, and he said it is sexy and luxurious. 2 words you don't normally associate with football shirt. Sexy, yes. Luxurious, I don't think I've ever heard that word described a football shirt before, but and he just says sponsor ruins it a tad. Yeah, get rid of the car. It probably looks a lot better. I agree with that. Jay, let's go through the guys then, and we can start with. We'll start with you, Dan, because you similar to me. You had it bottom. Was it for reasons that I gave?
Exactly that. It was the least loud. It's got that vibe of. Is it the Italian Renaissance shirt? The green, the dark green. So it had that kind of vibe. If we was ranking this on just class, I think luxurious actually does work quite well with the collar, the buttons, and the pattern. And it's like a gold. It does have that kind of luxury look to it. If I was going to rank it on luxury or just general quality of kit, it would have been a lot higher. But purely for loudness. And I think with lower league shirts, absolutely no disrespect whatsoever, I think a lot of these sponsors are probably going to ruin them. I can't remember, and none stand out in this particular ranking, but when you say that, you're right. It doesn't need the car there and all that sort of stuff. It's kind of lets the pattern down. It takes away from the pattern, I think. But lovely kit, but just not loud enough for me.
Yeah, I think, maybe I could do a flip-flop and probably say, should it have been in loud? But I think I saw it. I was going through the different leagues. Shout out to Football Kit Archive. You're an absolute savior. And I saw it and I was like, I just got to put it in. I don't know why. There was something that just stood out. I thought, maybe it's a sponsor that was loud. Maybe that's what won me over with it. But it is manufactured by Hope and Glory. you probably know they do a lot of lower league shirts. They really do some good stuff as well. I think they're in this list a couple of times as well, I think. And they obviously, Charlie FC are in the National League North. Just a couple of comments before we move on to our next ranker. Kit Man, not loud, but it is lovely. You're absolutely right, Marcus. You are right. And Jackson's jerseys. When you order your kazoo sponsor from Wish, yeah, that's that's bob on. That's absolutely bob on. Let's go on to our next ranker then, and we shall go. Who should we talk to? Sean, we'll come with you. And you had it 8th on your list.
Yeah, it's not very loud. Not very loud for me. It's like I know every low league club needs a sponsor, so they can't really get rid of it. But without the sponsor, it look a lot nicer, I think. I suppose I've tried to make it nice by having the gold font and turn it all gold, but yeah, it just doesn't do it for me, especially in this list.
Yeah, fair enough. And Calum, we'll finish off with you. Had it one place. We had it in between Sean and myself and Dan in 9th place. Yeah, what was your thinking behind it? Are you a fan of it? The pattern nice, or how you feel?
It's a nice kit, but I don't feel strongly about it either way. I don't like it. I don't hate it. And I think for me, a good football kit should divide opinion. That's what I really look for in a football kit. But yeah, it's not a bad kit, but it's not gonna, impress me in any sense.
Nah, that's fair enough, mate. Sean, he's wearing jeans. Night out rating for this?
I'd wear that on a night out. Tiger, get in. Looking quite fresh, isn't he, as well?
He is, mate. Yeah.
9 out of 10. That I'd say 9
out of 10. What would you have given Braintree, by the way?
I wouldn't wear that on a night out.
Okay. Score then?
1.
1. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Number 9 on our list, Charlie FC, their away shirt for this season. Only getting 16 points from our rankers, coming 9th. Let's move on then to number 8 on our list. And it's a team not far from me at all, really. Not stone's throw. They're close. It's the Oldham Athletic away shirt from this season by Hummel. And like I say, it come 8th on our list, 21 points overall. Manufactured by Hummel. Obviously, they're in the National League now, which is crazy to think. 6 on my list. I'm a big fan. I love Hummel. The badge for me, the crest. That newer crest they've done, simplified it a little bit, but still looks massively classy. And the pattern is just, it's mesmerizing. I'm a big fan. That's why I put it, sort of mid-table for me. Jay, he's agreed with me. He's put it 6 as well on his list. Let's see what he's had to say about it. Oldham, simple and clean, pretty much. Simple and clean comment, I guess. Let's move on to our rankers then. Let's start with you, Calum, on this one. And you had it, again, someone else who had it 6 on the list. Something that gets your juices going, so to speak, on this one?
It's getting there, yeah, for sure. Like, it's 6 on my list. It's better than almost half of the other shirts. I do think there's kind of like a level above in terms of like creativity they could have gone for. But no doubt, like a good kit. But yeah, I think it's a good kit. I wouldn't buy it, but I think it's a good kit.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Dan, let's come to you. Not feeling too enamoured with this one. 9th on your list. Why is that?
Yeah. So I think, first of all, from a distance, the badge is very Tottenham, which is obviously for me not ideal, and it could easily be a Tottenham away kit. Kind of reminds me of the semi-final against Ajax. It's kind of those kind of colours, that kind of vibe. But putting my football rivalries aside, I think this would have been a lot higher if they'd have done something more with the triangular patterns. For example, the triangles. There's like 3 triangles in each triangle, if that makes sense. Yeah. If that middle one had been a little bit darker, and then the little tiny triangle had been even darker, and it had a faded effect, then that would have been more crazy, more loud, therefore higher up. But that's just me being super picky. Otherwise, generally the collar, the sleeves. It's a really nice classy kit, just not quite loud enough. It had the pattern to be loud, but the colours within the pattern they're all the same, so very easy yeah, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely. It makes a lot of sense. I think seeing that, you know what, it's a shame that Dom's not here. You know what? I hope Dom watches back. Dom, if you're watching, mate, Dom's our whiz with the Photoshop and stuff. Dom, if you can somehow just edit that for Dan and just put them triangles a little bit darker. I know it's going to take a long time, but you know that's where we find ourselves, and get it out to us as soon as possible, mate. I'll love you forever. Not that I won't anyway, but just do it anyway. Cheers, mate. Nice one. Okay. Also, as well, I mean, we'll look at it on pitch. So I always show the shirts to my girlfriend Hannah, and she gives me her rankings and stuff where she puts them. I didn't notice this until she said it. The shorts being a different color really put me off as well. I don't know if they're just change or what, but yeah, that.
Careful
that really
where you zoom in there, Aaron.
It's all right, mate. Yeah, I'm making sure I'm careful. Yeah, that really put me off. I don't know about any of you guys, but yeah, I wasn't too overly keen on that. Sean, come on and finish with you. You had it one place lower than myself, Calum and Jay in 7th. What was it?
Yeah, you
about
can say a lot.
It
was a bit plain Jane compared to the rest. It's not a bad kit. There are a few copyright issues, aren't there? You've got like a Beats by Dre copyright sponsor there, and then Bartercard.
Oh,
yeah.
Mastercard and Barclays, is that?
Barclaycard, yeah, Barclaycard. Yeah.
You got the Sheffield Wednesday logo there. It looks very much like Sheffield Wednesday's logo.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, the triangles are very Aztec-y and very different. It's saving grace, really. Yeah, I'd wear it, wearing a night out. It'd be nice to have in a collection, I suppose, even though Stockport can't be rivals. But
Rivals, aren't they?
Yeah.
So score for a night out?
7.
7. That's a decent score. Dan, try and refrain yourself from carrying this on, but I've got to show it because Kit Man's been on. What do we think of Tottenham? Tottenham, a very nice club managed by a very nice guy with some very nice players. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say on that one. I don't jump into them.
No comment. No comment.
That's fair, mate. That's absolutely fair. So there we go then. Oldham Athletic and their away shirt from the season. 8th on our list with 21 points overall. Right, let's get into number 7. And 22 points. Only just beat it by a point into this place. And it is this. It is the Newbridge Town home shirt for this season. And yeah, for me, where did I put this one? I had it 5th, one place above Oldham. I'm a fan. I like the pattern. I like the crest. It's very, in a nice way, it's very Atalanta. Not Inter. It seems more Atalanta than Inter. For me, this sort of colouring, I'm a big fan of it, and I'm happy it's not 10th or anything like that. Because obviously I put it 5th. I put it dead middle of the pack. Manufactured again, it's Tor Sports, and they're in the New Gwent County League Premier Division in Wales. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Let's get into the rankers. And Sean, we'll start with you because you didn't like this at all. 9th. Oh, I'm not saying you didn't like it. It was just very low down on your list.
Yeah, I always go first impressions and then look deeper into it. And first impressions had it last. And then looked again and I thought, it's not as bad as the Braintree one. I don't think it's a meh kit for me.
Meh.
To be honest. Yeah.
Fair enough. That's fine. Now rating?
You're not pulling in that, are you? It's like top man template.
The man makes the clothes, not the clothes make the man, mate. That's what you got to look at it.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right, fair enough. We will move on then. Jay had it 3rd on his list. He was a big fan of it, and he said the reason for that, he loves the stripes to make a crest. Loves that the crest is sort of in the sort of stripes of the shirt. He's a big fan of that. Let's move on to Dan. Let's go with you on this one. You had it 8th overall on your list. What was your sort of reasonings for scoring it there?
Pretty much similar to the other number 9 and 10 for me. Was just not the loudest. That's all it was. Otherwise, big Atalanta vibes because of the thinner stripes. I think Inter generally have thicker stripes, whereas Atalanta's thinner. So definitely those kind of vibes. Loving the eagle within the stripes, which is very fun enough. Atalanta, is that the one with the lady with the hair in the badge? Kind of looks like that with the zigzags. And Palermo with the wing of something, I think, in the Palermo badge. So this has very Italian Serie A vibes. But so yeah, any other ranking, this would be a lot higher. But in terms of loudness, if the bird had been, or the eagle had been a slightly darker shade of grey or black to stand out a bit more, again, it would have been up a bit more, because it's crazy with a shape within the stripes. But yeah, lovely kit, just not loud enough.
Just not loud enough for you, not screaming. Funnily enough, I was going to put the away shirt in, which is louder, but it's the exact same colours as the Oldham shirt, and I wanted to put the Oldham shirt in, so I couldn't have very, very similar colours, unfortunately. But so I thought this is still, for me, it's still a loud shirt, very different. So let's stick it in. Calum, we'll finish off with you again. You had it 8th as well, similar to Dan on this one. What were your thoughts on this Newbridge shirt?
Yeah, quite similar to what Dan thought himself. I like the attempt to do something more than just a plain striped kit, but I think there's another level of creativity they could have gone with to make it even more interesting. I think they've just fallen slightly too short in terms of like a design aspect. But it's not a terrible kit, but it's not one of the better kits on the list, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely fair, mate. That's absolutely fair. A couple of comments on this one have come in. One from Marcus. He's saying, I'm not sure what to make of it. Sponsor kills it. And then in the absolute opposite end, Jackson saying, love some of these local sponsors the way sponsors should be. I hear both. I mean, I don't think it needs the ND and the plumbing and heating. I think the ND would work on its own, more centralized. But I do like it when it's, it's the lad round the corner from the stadium with his own little business sponsoring a kit. I think it's makes it feel more local to you, doesn't it, I guess? But yeah, there we go then. The guys have ranked this one 7 on our list. The Newbridge Town home shirt, finishing with 22 points overall on our list this week for our loud lower league shirts. Before we move on, if you haven't, smash a like on the video, why don't you? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get into our next shirt then, number 6 on our list. And the only goalkeeper shirt that is in the top 10 or the 10 shirts. And it is, I didn't show you the shirt on players, I guess. I should have done that. There we go. A nice little picture of the lads from this season. Black and Blue Army. What a nickname. Right, let's move on. And our only goalkeeper shirt. And it is this. It's the Aldershot Town goalkeeper away shirt. I had to put a goalkeeper shirt in there for you, Sean. Couldn't leave you out, considering it's one of the first ones I saw, obviously, being A. Manufactured by Area, and they're in the National League this season. So I had this. Where did I have this one? This was 9th on my list. It's okay. It looks like a knitted jumper that your nan would get you. Do you know what I mean? For me, I know it's a sort of homage to an older kit that they had. I just think there's better ones in the list. That's pretty much what I think of it. And where did Jay? Jay had it. He had it 9th on his list, similar to me. And he said about this one that looks like a bus seat, which Dan would know about, being an Arsenal fan with their sort of thing last season.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that is kind of true. Calum, we finished with you last. We'll start with you this time on this one. You had it 4th on your list overall. What was your thought behind that? Was there something that really stood out for you with this shirt?
I love it. I think it's what I look for in a shirt. It divides opinion. It fully commits to kind of like being ugly. I think you put that together as a design, people are going to dislike it. So I like that in terms of like a kit design. People aren't afraid to just go for it. I think I like it. I know it's a goalkeeper shirt, but short sleeve I think would work really nice as well. Yeah. But yeah, I've gone for number 4 on my list, so I'm probably in the minority on that.
You may be surprised. I think it's me and Jay that are the outsiders on this one, mate. Looking at the scores, we'll move on to you, Dan, because you had it 6 overall. So it's just outside your top 5. Do you agree with Marcus? Is a comment there looks like a Hammersmith and City tube seat? Is that true? I don't know. That's not something I'm aware of.
Just as you guys were talking, I was trying to remember which tubes, like which line it reminds me of. I can't remember. There's definitely bus seat, train seat cover vibes. I love. I really like it. I think it was just unfortunate that there were better, crazier, louder shirts out there. But generally, this is my kind of vibe. Maybe add one more color somewhere. Me being again ultra picky, I love colors. The more colors, the better. So maybe add one color in there somewhere. But no, I love it. The purple, black, and orange. Who else has that? I don't think many other teams do. So it was great shirt, very loud, very crazy. Just better shirts in the list. That's all. That's unfortunate for that shirt, and it's a goalkeeper shirt as well, so you can kind of get away with it.
Yeah, definitely. And I say we saved the best to last. Sean actually had it second on his list overall, being a goalkeeper. I'm sure did that have something to do with it, Sean?
Well, no, I didn't think it was a goalkeeper shirt at first, and it smacked of goalkeeper shirt, but I thought it was outfield because we never feature goalkeeper shirts. And then doing a bit of research, I was like, it's a keeper shirt, brilliant.
I mean, when I sent you the list, when I sent you the 10, it did say goalkeeper shirt on it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did it?
Maybe.
All right, I didn't see that bit.
Oh, it's all right.
But yeah, it's a throwback to a 90s goalkeeper shirt as well. I think when County was sponsored by Adidas in the 90s, we had the really thin checked, tartany look. So that makes you think of like Worcester sauce, doesn't it? You can taste like Worcester sauce when you look at it. If the badge wasn't blue, it upset a little bit, but I think it's a lovely kit. And again, I think it does need long sleeves. A kit like that, I don't think it gets away with a short sleeve. Sorry, contrary to what you said. But and Area make cracking keeper shirts.
Well, they clearly do. I mean, you know, they've got 6 on our list, so it's clearly liked by a majority of the rankers this week. So there we go. That is our 6th shirt. I'll show you with the keeper. Oh, it has actually got short sleeves.
Short sleeves. Look at that.
As if by magic. I like it. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of some of the ones that Hummel have been doing for Coventry with the short sleeves. Kind of like the purple.
I was going to say the Coventry away outfield kit from a few years ago.
Yeah. Right. As a similar vibe to that. But no, it is very nice. I think it does look quite nice. Almost like a Harchester United shirt. That's bringing some memories back. But no, I mean, yeah, it's a nice shirt. It is nice. And it is 6 on our list. 25 points overall ranked by our rankers this week. Let's move on then to number 5 on our list. And this team and this shirt had 27 points, making it, like I say, halfway in our list of 10 this week. And it is this. It is the 3rd shirt from Nairn County. It is manufactured by Hope and Glory, another Hope and Glory shirt. And they are in the the Highland League. If that don't scream Haggis and Iron Brew, I don't know what does. But it's a great name for a league. I can tell we're going to let him go. I don't know if to leave you to last or we'll leave you till last, Dan, because I feel like you've got a lot to say about it. One person you might be mad at is Jay. And the reason why I say that is because he had it last on his list. And the reason he's given, which I don't understand, he don't like the blend. And I mean, no, Jay, I don't agree. I think it's absolutely stunning. Yeah, that's a strange one. I had it 4th on my list. It's bloody beautiful, isn't it? I mean, look at it. If you talk about loud shirts, it's screaming. It's deafening. I mean, that's how loud it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful shirt. Yeah, we'll move on to the rankers then. Let's go through. We're going to save Dan till last. We'll start with you, Sean. You had it 6 on your list. Why was it not loud enough for you?
So it's unique. I do like the colours, but if you look at the next picture or the live picture, it don't look as like in your face there. I think it looks a lot like quite dull, like on the live action one. Yeah, it looks like it's been taken down a notch in the contrast. And imagine trying to find your man on a long ball. Like it's like United grey shirt. I think it'll blend into the crowd. That.
Well, that's a unique take on it.
I prefer it on that ghost mannequin look than the live one.
Fair enough. A quick night out rating for this one. You're getting in everywhere with that, mate.
Yeah, especially in October in Manchester.
Yeah.
Pride month, by the way. Yeah, it's nice. I'd wear it.
Fair enough, mate. Calum, let's come to you next. It was 7th list overall. Are you more siding with Jay than myself in terms of the shirt? Where do you sit?
A part of me does admire the kind of like boldness of it. Is it a shirt I like? If I'm being honest, no. But I'd rank it higher than a few of the other shirts purely on the kind of like the commitment to the design. But it's not my cup of tea, unfortunately.
No, that's fair, mate. That's absolutely fair. I've been angling to get in. I can tell he's gritted teeth. He's desperate to get on. He had it number 1 on his list. It's the first time we've seen someone with a number 1 on their list. Dan, you tell the world why have they all got it wrong? You tell us.
No. Obviously, no one's. It's everyone's opinion. For me, this is exactly kind of down my street. Colourful, crazy kind of patterns, like a rainbow, but like in a zigzag fashion. I forgot what it looked like in the real life picture. And it actually looks a bit very tie-dye in the real life pictures, which I actually think looks better in real life. Again, playing football, like you said, Sean, playing football, I can imagine that being quite difficult blending. But I don't. I play football, but not like at any kind of level. So doesn't bother me from a playing football perspective. I didn't see the rainbow pattern on the cuffs of the sleeve because I think they look a bit smaller in the model picture versus the. But this was purely number 1 for colours. I had to turn my volume down, my contrast down when I was looking at it this morning. So it's obviously it's in my opinion the loudest. Whether or not it's sort of my cup of tea or not, I kind of put that to one side. But it is my cup of tea. Definitely something I would have in my collection if it was like if Arsenal or Deportivo or Spain did something sort of similar, then I would definitely have it. So rainbow colours, so loud my eyes hurt. That's why it was my number 1. Yeah.
No, mate, absolutely, Bob. Marcus has been on again and saying, "Oh, I like this a lot. One of the best rainbow shirts I've seen." I agree, mate. Absolutely. I also really love the numbers as well. I think they stand out massively because considering what it's fighting, just a white with a nice black border really looks great there. I think. I'm a fan. I really do like it. So there we go. Number 5 on our list, 27 points overall, is the Nairn County 3rd shirt. Like I say, hope and glory, and in the Highland League. Let's move on then to number 4 on our list, 33 points overall, ranked by our rankers. And it's this. It's not even out yet. It comes out this month, apparently. It is the Oldfields FC Rasta Special shirt. What a name. Manufactured by Fused Sports, and they're an Uxter. I knew I was going to get this wrong and say this wrong. Did anyone? I'm gonna struggle. Uxeter and District. Utoxeter. Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure it's Utoxeter.
All right. If you say that, that's what it is, Sean. You know better than me. There we go. It was 7th on my list. It's loud. I just think it's a bit.
Do we know what the connection is to the design?
Do you know what? I was looking for some research and there wasn't loads. All I could find were these the promo pictures for it, and I just think I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's me. Well, is that meant to? Is that a ganja leaf on it there? Why have you got that on a football shirt? It doesn't need to be there.
Yeah,
for me, legalized soon though, won't it?
Well, okay, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, that's why the only reason why I put it 7th. I think it's a nice shirt. I like the idea. I just think some of the influences seem a little bit tired, maybe. And I just think it could have maybe done a little bit better for me. But yeah, I mean, it is nice, and I would wear it if I was given it. But yeah, it's a nice shirt. Jay, where did Jay have it? Let's have a look where Jay put it. He had it 7th as well. It's almost like we've been in cahoots this week with some of our scores. He just literally just said it's a bit too much for him, which is fair. Sean, let's come to you. No, I won't. I'm going to save you. Let's save you, shall we? Let's go to Calum. I'll start with you then, because you had it 5th. You had it middle of the road for you. Yeah, loud enough, do you think?
Yeah, loud enough. I think louder than the previous 5 that I put in my bottom 5. Yeah. I don't understand the connection to the design. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm a bit hesitant to promote it higher than 5th on my list. I also think like the whole kind of like design and styles kind of been played out already. Ajax obviously did it, I think last season or the season before. So I don't know the intentions of the design. I think that for me would probably influence my decision a bit more if there was an actual connection there. Maybe there is, maybe I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find it now while we're on. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying in terms of, Ajax. The cuffs look very Ajax. Bohemians obviously done a shirt as well. Let's have a look. All it says is special edition Rasta theme shirt for Oldfield FC. This iconic design features eye-catching Rastafarian colours, green and gold. It doesn't really say. A contribution from every sale. No. That was on the non-league football shop. I can't really find anything why they've done it. Maybe there's a big Rastafarian community in the area. Maybe, I'm not too sure. But no, we'll move on. And Dan, we'll come to you. Second on the list for you, this one.
Yeah, this is the same concept as the one I had as number 1. It's the loudest and craziest, but this wouldn't be one of my favorites if I was judging it on anything else. As Calum said, it's kind of been done before. I mean, it's the Ajax one obviously wasn't as crazy. It had a bit more class to it and was Adidas, so it has a cleaner look to it. But I thought in terms of loudness, this is crazy. This is wacky, and I didn't spot the leaves at the top, I must admit. Not that would affect my ranking of it, but I didn't. I'm quite surprised they got away with that, to be fair. Maybe that's why it was delayed being released. Maybe, I don't know. And yeah, I was thinking maybe the area, because I don't even know where Old Fields is. I'm not too sure. I don't know if that's London or if that's anywhere in.
So they are in where this tells.
I wonder if that had any influence.
Maybe, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's number 2 purely because it is very loud, but not as nice as the previous one.
No, fair enough, mate. Someone who had it the highest out of all of us was Sean. This was your number 1, pal.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. It is like the less classy cousin of Ajax, in it. It's like non-league. They've got away with it a bit cheeky. So the trim on the sleeves is like neat, tidy. Goes into the middle. It's like an explosion of like Rastafarian colours. And I love a black kit anyway. I've said it in the past. Black kits always get high in my list, and it's got the fact it's got that like sort of superimposed on it. I think it's brilliant. I love it. I'd definitely try and buy that one. Yeah. And the sponsor as well. It's like it's white, it's subtle, not too large, not too domineering the kit. Kit supply a little bit in the corner. Yeah. And the crest is fitting with the narrative of the kit, with being a neutral colour. Hawaiian vibes in it as well, with a little lei flowers on the bottom.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I like it. V-neck collar. So I bet there's no action shots of it then, is it? It's not out.
No, it's literally the only one I could get off was the promo shot of the guy wearing it. So you could see what it looked like a little bit on. Poor man's Deli Alley there wearing a shirt, it looks like.
What colour the shorts will be? That's the one, isn't it? And the socks.
They have to go black, don't they, with some trim. If they got the trim on the cuffs around the bottom of the shorts, I think that'd look really nice, to be fair. But no, I tend to agree with you. I think, the fact they've managed to make the sponsor badge and manufacturer logo all stand out, but not be lost in the shirt. Really works well for me in terms of that. I agree. Little patch on the sleeve looks good. I do love it. I just think, echoing some of the comments from Calum, the connection, where does that come from? And the big ganja leaf kind of make me think, oh, you could have done a little. It might not be a ganja. I've seen that one of them magic eye things that you see what you want to see kind of thing. I don't smoke, so I'm not the one I'm saying that. I want to see it. I don't want to see it. I want to talk about. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But we've had some comments about this one. Marcus again been on. I'm all over this. Take my money. But then he does come back and say, I'm with Calum on that. Depends on the connection, but purely what it looks like. I love it. My dad is Rasta, so the red, yellow, and green sings to me. Same, Jamaican heritage. I just don't want this to become a thing that's played, black and gold, blackout. You know what? If I start seeing Usain Bolt shirts, Usain Bolt in the back of someone's shirt, I'm going to be mad. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, but saying that though, I think this year, obviously Jamaica and Adidas release their kits, and I think the explosion of the team wear is just going to be mental. I think you're just going to see so much Bob Marley. Well, there should be Bob Marley infused. He's big football fan, known for wearing Adidas. I can't not see them bring out a range together. It's definitely something that's going to happen. I think we saw the little teaser of an away shirt, I think, on Footy Headlines this week, which looked intriguing to say the least. So I'm excited for that. Let's leave it to them kind of thing. We don't want.
You saw the Arsenal, the Jamaican inspired Arsenal kit from Adidas. That's probably a really good indication of why Adidas have gone with Jamaica.
Yeah,
they're probably going to come out with some really great kits.
Yeah,
in the next few years.
I hope so. Yeah, because Adidas, Umbro did a really good job. A couple of nice shirts that we saw. But yeah, Adidas, I agree. Going to take it to that next level. So there we go then. Number 4 on our list, Oldfield FC, the Rasta special shirt with 33 points on our list. Right, let's get into number 3 on our list, and it is this. It is, oh man, what a shirt! The new Craig Hall Leaf Victoria 3rd shirt. Not as easy to say as you probably imagine. Pissing Pac-Man on the shirt, guys. What's not to love? It's amazing. I got it bang on this. 3rd on my list, like I said, it's Pac-Man on the shirt. What is not to love? Jay had it. Where did he have it on his? He had it 4th on his list, and he says about it, cool and different. Little tacky question mark? No, Jay, you're wrong. Not a little. And it is manufactured by Appin, and they are in the Lothian and Edinburgh AFA league. Their home shirt is similar to. Do you remember the Spanish team that had the bear shirt, and it was just like a bear with a bit of a head at the top? Their home shirt is very similar to that this season, but yeah, I mean, Pac-Man on a shirt, guys. What else can you say? This is the one we don't have an action shot of. It's just this shirt as well. But let's get into the rankers and find out where they put it. Dan had it low. Started the 5 of us, but still, top 5. Just not loud. Just not loud enough for you, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it is. This is like a football kit that I would wear 100% easily. This is definitely something that I'd have in my collection. I would have liked maybe zoomed in a bit. It looks good as it is, but just I want to see the color. I want to see the ghosts and Pac-Man running around.
Yeah.
I want to see the little bits, the little dots that he eats. And yeah. I didn't actually spot it until now, but the actual maze blocks could have been a bit brighter to make it a bit more wacky.
Yeah.
So like those blue blocks could have been a bit brighter so you can see it. But I know that Pac-Man looks like this, so it's perfect representation of the game. But for me, as a loud, crazy kind of wacky kit, I would have loved a bit more, and then it would have been 100% probably 1 or 2. But love the kit. Just there was a few others that were just a bit crazier, a bit louder.
Yeah, no, absolutely fair, mate. Who should we go with? Sean, we'll come to you next. Yeah, 3rd as well for you on your list.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
It's brave, isn't it? But again, people instantly recognize it across the world. It'll get them on the map. They're not a big club, are they? But yeah, with the other kits, like you said, they're out there and wacky. I had a little look earlier, some of the previous kits. And again, I like black kits. I know it's not loud. That goes against the pod or the subjects, but black kits do it for me, I'm afraid. Is Mrs. Pac-Man on the women's shirt?
I'll have to ask him, mate. I'm not too sure on that one. Take my money. Pac-Man. Yeah, I agree, mate. You can take my money. Having Pac-Man surely makes it the ultimate retro design. Kind of love this a bit, as you should. New Craig Hall previous had a Lager design shirt, which was also pretty good. Yeah, I think that's the home shirt from this season, I believe. Going off Football Kit Archive. No, I'm a big fan as well, Sean. I absolutely agree with what you're saying. It stands out. The badge looks nice. It's a really nice crest as well, I think. No, it works really well. Finishing off with you, Calum, again. 3 out of 5 of us had it third. You were one of them. What were your thoughts on this overall?
For me, 10 out of 10. I think, when you have a lower league club, one of the things you have to do in terms of like getting attention is producing a really well-designed shirt.
Yeah.
And that's clearly what they thought about and have gone and done.
Yeah.
I think with like pop culture, sometimes it can lean too much towards the tacky side.
Yeah.
But I think this is brilliant. It's creative whilst not being too loud. I think it works well as a good kit. Good idea, good execution. I'll give it 10 out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that there's no sponsor on it as well. I don't know if they're sponsored.
Yes.
They had Tenants on the other one, didn't they? But I don't know who sponsored this one. But I think that's good.
Yeah.
Get to see it all.
Jamie, if it was back in the 80s, it'd be Atari, wouldn't it? 100%, without a shadow of a doubt.
I wonder if there's any copyright issues, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's that. But there we go. I think they've even got the No Room for Racism on the sleeve as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there we go then. Number 3 on our list, New Craig Hall Leaf Victoria, the longest name in football. Well, it's not, but yeah. 37 points overall on our list. The Pac-Man shirt, it needs to be there. It's absolutely beautiful. Right, let's get into our top 2. I think Calum is sweating a little bit now. He's been getting happier and happier as the list has been going. So we're down to the final 2. And yeah, separated by 4 points, these 2 shirts. So we're 39 points overall on our list. And finishing second, I have to say it is, if it wants to show me, it's this. It's the Oakland Roots Rooted in Power shirt. Wow. I mean, I've got it right there behind me, which is fun. I had planned to have this shirt behind me today. And then I got home. And then the good fellas at Kit Launch, I bought this a Boxing Day. And it arrived, the Rooted in Power. So I thought, right, I've got to have them both up then. Because they're both in tonight's show. So, yeah, the Oakland Roots Rooted in Power shirt from the Oakland Roots team. Obviously manufactured by Maber, and they are in the USL Championship in connection with the Huey Newton Foundation. It's beautiful, isn't it? It was a really, really tough choice for me. If we're going off my scores between the number 2 and number 1, it was literally neck and neck. I did put this number 1. Sorry, Calum. Don't leave the stream. It was just, neck and neck. I just think it's that Panther. Just kind of, it's looking at me. It terrifies me. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's why it's number 1. Jay only had it number 5 on his list. He is ridiculously mental, if we have to say it. Funky and different, he says. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's go with you, Sean. You had it. You were saying similar to Jay. You had it. You had it 5th on your list as well. What are your thoughts on this? 4th on your list. Yeah, no, sorry, you had it 4th on your list, yeah.
I really like it. Like the Panther. Like the little Newcastle United 97 kit vibes. The colours of the blue and white and black. Like the Hummel design. It was like a Hummel design in the shoulder a little bit. I think it's a fucking beautiful kit. Again, dark colours. I love black. I love black in any kit. I know it's not loud, but I think the Panther.
I think it is loud.
And the
I disagree.
Aztec, colour-wise, sorry, and the
Oh,
Aztec
right, okay.
and inky sort of like design along the side, and I don't the power to the people thing. What's that?
So that's obviously the Black Panthers sort of.
Oh, of course,
yeah. Now rating, if I get one of them for you.
10. I'd
10.
definitely wear that.
Okay, fair enough. Banger from Kit Manaman. You're absolutely right, son. Let's go with, who should we go with next? Let's go with Dan. Let's go with you. You had it 4th on your list. Just not powerful enough.
No, this was one that was. There was just a few others that were a bit more colourful. That's literally all I was looking for. I do actually wish I put it higher now. Looking at it now, seeing it again, I would have put it higher because you're right. My looking at loudness was purely based on sort of colour and pattern, where the patterns are a little bit more sort of squashed together, so it doesn't look like a pattern until you go close to it, if that makes sense. So again, similar to the Pac-Man thing, if you zoom in a bit more on the shirt and those patterns stand out and you can see the zigzags and the V shapes and the circles, then I'm gonna put this sort of in the top 2 all day long. But I do wish I'd sort of done it again and rated it a bit higher now that I've seen it again. But yeah, lovely shirt. And I remember the number on the back as well. Yeah, that's cool.
Got the pattern, we love a good flip flop on this show. We like it when we get a flip flop. So I'm happy. I mean, it's still in your top 5. That's a great score for any shirt, But no, I agree with you, mate, on that one. And yeah, Calum, we'll finish off with you. You had it 2nd on your list. It's just spectacular, isn't it? It's something very different as well. To do something with the Black Panthers is such a statement for a club to make, especially a club from Oakland. Being where the Black Panthers originated from. For you, it's just a brilliant concept and design, surely.
Yeah, I mean, again, like Oakland roots are one of my biggest influences for my own football club. I've been following them for like last few years, and I think this is the best kit they've produced to date. I love the fact that it's kind of like asymmetric in terms of design. It's kind of like hand drawn, because it's very easy to just do some kind of like geometric pattern and it'd be very basic. Whereas I feel like it's for me, it's a work of art. And I think when you cross over a work of art that works well as a football shirt, that can be quite hard to do. But I think they achieve it. 10 out of 10 for me.
Sorry for laughing. Dan just looks absolutely distraught.
It's definitely, Calum's hit the nail on the head with that. I should have rated that higher. Damn it.
Well, I think Calum might be happy that you didn't, because if it had got a few more points in there, it could have stopped. What is our number one? So there we go. Yeah, you can need to thank you now, Calum. Oakland roots rooted in power. So actually, there was 2 designs of this. There's obviously the one with the BLM fist as well, but I thought the one with the panther just had to be there. It's just absolutely brilliant. The Oakland roots rooted in power shirt, 2nd on our list. 39 points overall. Let's just get into this comment from Marcus before we move on. Oakland roots are a wicked club. I've got about 3 of their kits. If you haven't got this one, Marcus, it doesn't matter, mate, because that's the only one we're talking about. Jackson's jersey, it's a fantastic shirt. They did another one with a fist instead of a panther. Thanks for letting us know, Jackson. Like I say, 39 points overall. So that means we've got one more shirt. Here we are. Our number 1 loud shirt from the lower leagues. I promise you it wasn't fixed because he's on the show. It genuinely got a lot of love within the whole rankers this week. It got 43 points, so like I say, 4 points higher than 2nd place. And it's the shirt behind me. And it is rightfully and deservedly number 1 on our list this week. It's the bloody Portobello FC 3rd shirt from this season. Absolutely. I mean, wow. I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, do you know what? Like, I've got them. I'm going to show you them. I could easily have picked any 3 of your shirts, Calum. I'm not just going to say it now. I'll show everyone. So obviously the third shirt for me, when I saw it, my jaw dropped. It was second, like I said, any other day it would have been. It was so neck and neck. But it is, yeah. I mean, I want British clubs to be like this and be this artistic and be this unique and make my jaw drop. Not many shirts do that these days from British clubs per se.
So, here's the thing with football shirts now is like the manufacturing process is quite simple. It's just a design printed onto polyester material. So
yeah.
That's kind of like my criticism with some of the other ones is like there's always a level you can go beyond what you currently do.
Yeah.
So for myself, like with this one, I found the artist on Instagram, reached out to him, said like, "Do you want to design a football shirt using your style of work, your style of art?" And he was all for it, and that's what we came up with. And it's done really well. It's obviously available at Classic Football Shirts at the moment. Online and in store. So if anyone does want to buy it,
that's where I got mine from straight away. Got a nice little gift card for Christmas, and it was one of the shirts I bought with it. So no, I mean you hit a nail on the head. Jay put it number 1 on his list, and the reasons very cool, trendy, and stand out. And it's all of them and more. It's just I loved. It's used sometimes very easily, but it's a work of art, and that's what it is. When I look at it, it's a piece of art, and you should be massively proud of it and of what your club's bringing to the football shirt culture, mate. I think it's very important.
I mean, it's very difficult to do something that is very different. So like, it's not just a case of like finding an artist who does art and then simply printing it on a shirt. It has to work as a football shirt in your mind. Which it can be hit or miss. Thankfully, this one's been very well received from a lot of people.
I can imagine, to get not I guess not many lower league shirts get into classic football shirts, so that should be sort of a signal of how highly thought of it is, mate. It's brilliant. Let's get into. I'll leave you last if you got any more anything to say on it. Go to our rankers then. Dan, you had it third on your list. What are your thoughts overall on the Portobello third shirt?
I absolutely love the drawing and the design. This is not just because Calum's here, but this is genuinely. I saw these come out on Classic Football Shirts. I think it was over Christmas. I sort of spotted it, and my thing with this it was just purely the colour. I would probably have the same top 4, but I think looking at it again now, I would have the Panther and this one in the top 3, and remove the other Jamaican style, the Bob Marley one. I think if I was to swap, but what I would say about this is with my sort of fascination for colour, I would if this had so I think one of the other Portobello shirts, I can't remember if it's the home or the away or the third, but it has these colours. That's it. That's the one. If one or two of those sort of faces were coloured in the blue, pink, and yellow, just like one or two spotted, number 1 all day long. And that's just my kind of. It's like I want to colour them in. I've got some like Sharpies. I genuinely want to like colour some of them in. That's not a Calum. That's nothing against the shirt whatsoever because it's beautiful. But just me and purely my fascination for colour. If one of those faces was pink, one of those faces was yellow, and one of those faces was blue, number 1, easy. But absolutely loved it. The faces are so cool.
Just before I come to you, Sean, like I said, any 3 of your shirts this season, Calum, could have been on this list. This is the home shirt. I mean, it just when I look at
Crazy.
Will Smith wore this in an episode of Fresh Prince. I'm absolutely convinced. Absolutely convinced he wore it because it just screams sort of that 90s colourful fashion.
That was kind of like the main idea, like for a home shirt, like looking at the kind of like 80s, 90s fashion in general, but like. Again, like if you're running a football club at lower league or you're looking to start one, if you want people to pay attention, your best bet is to have a really creative kit. And it's all achievable now. Like the kind of like technology behind making these kits, it's not just Adidas that can do stuff like this. Obviously they're the very best and they have the best material. but you can compete with the big boys on that design if you want to be competitive. So that's kind of like our aspirations moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we come to you, Sean, I'm not forgot about you, mate. A few comments. Kit Man, banger. Only reason I haven't bought it yet is because I may or may not have loyalty to another West London club. Fair enough, mate. That's fair. But you are wrong for not having it, mate. Go and buy it now. I'm guessing this is Chris chat shirt. Love it. Have it. There will be a chat shirt on it soon. I look forward to that. Can't wait for that. And Jackson's jerseys, fantastic design, and also ticks my boxes. Central badge, matching collar and cuffs, black and white. Works amazing. Definitely on my list. I mean, I've not seen anything bad said about it. I mean, the community love it, and it's good for good reason. Sean, I kind of feel bad saying this. Now, you had it 5th on your list. Was it just
I think right. I love the kit. I feel like someone's come to some kid's birthday party and burst the balloons. But I think I only put it behind the older shopkeeper shirt and the Old Fields and the Pac-Man, because I love the Pac-Man one. But yeah, like Dan said, it's like, like Dan said, it's like if it was in front of me, I couldn't resist colouring a few of the faces. It was just a colour thing for me. And I follow a guy on TikTok who does drawings like this. It might be the same guy, actually. I don't know if he is on TikTok. But I love everything he does on there. Like a lot of his videos. But yeah, the kits are amazing. It's ones that will make me want to go out and buy a non-league shirt.
Well, like I say,
and I might even enter a design to get on the new kit.
After scoring at 5th, you're getting nowhere near it, to be fair. You're getting absolutely nowhere near.
I'll enter anonymously.
Fair enough. But there we go. Our number 1 shirt. I mean, yeah, like I said, it could have been any of the 3. And Sean, yeah, they're all on classic football shirts, mate. So there's no excuse not to go and get 1 or 2 or 3. Let me just show the away shirt as well, actually. So there it is in the flesh. I managed to find a picture. It's just fucking beautiful. I absolutely love it. Obviously, the away shirt as well. Again, just another absolutely stunning design. Quickly, Calum, what was the sort of inspiration behind this one?
Again, just trying to be colourful, bold. I think maybe like the Venezia kind of colour scheme was a bit.
I was just going to say.
There was actually a slight production issue on this one where it was initially meant to be darker green and less orange, but then the pattern got shifted, so that's how we arrived at that kind of like colour scheme. But it worked, so there wasn't an issue in my end with that. I'm literally on 1% at the moment, so I'm just going to quickly go grab my charger for my laptop, okay?
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine, no worries. I was going to say, it kind of reminds me of a Magic Eye from the 90s. You know, you used to get in the back of the sticker books and you pull it away, and it has like a pattern.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
Jesus.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. But it's an absolutely banging shirt. And right, well, another banging shirt. But yeah, the third shirt from Portobello FC, rightfully number 1 on our list this week. 43 points overall, making it top of the pots. But no, thank you very much for tuning in. If you have, I will do my sort of due diligence as I always do. Everyone scores, so you know I've not cheated. There is that's the shirt. There is the shirts. If you want to show me. And there is everyone scores, just so you know I've not cheated. Portobello coming number 1 on the list. There we go. Thank you so much for everyone who's locked in, and also, for the comments. Big shout out to Dems Kits. Hi guys. I hope you've enjoyed the show, mate. Right, that's it. We're gonna go. I'm gonna let you get on with your Wednesday evenings. But big shout out to everyone. Thank you so much for locking in. It's been an absolutely amazing episode, and I'm really glad we've got to do it and shed a light on, like I say, some kits you may have not seen before, some teams you may have not even heard before, and you go and check out those lower leagues. Definitely get on Football Kit Archive because they've got everything there, and I found some absolute. These loads of shirts. I could have done 20 shirts easy for this episode. It could have been that simple. There were some really nice shirts, but yeah, thank you very much for checking us out, Dan. Mate, thank you so much for coming on, man. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you. Finally do some content with you. It's been wild, man. Thank you so much.
No, thanks for having me. It's one of my kind of goals for 2023 is to kind of do more of this stuff. Last couple of years, I've been creating videos and collecting shirts and showing them off and Instagram photos and all that sort of stuff. But I think now I want to sort of start to collaborate a bit more with some people. And as soon as you sort of reached out, I was gutted because I thought I'd missed my chance because sort of Christmas and everything was a bit mad. And then I was like, right, January. You said this Wednesday. I was like, let's do it. I need to get out of my comfort zone. First podcast, first YouTube live. Let's just do it. Right. So yeah, thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it, guys.
Like I say, welcome anytime. And again, it's not one of them, wait for an invite. Just holler me and say, have you got any space? Let me know and I'll fit you in, mate. 100%. Welcome anytime. Definitely. Brilliant. Where can people find you if people are, searching where you at?
Yeah, so my YouTube and Twitter is Colours of DFP, which is just my initials, DFP. And then I've got 2 Instagram accounts, which is Colours of Arsenal and Colours of Deportivo, because that's the 2 main teams that I collect. And I've obviously go to Arsenal quite a lot in the past and have been to over to see Deportivo recently. And that's where I've got family. So lots of photos and lots of content to share with everyone. So yeah, Colours of Arsenal and Colours of Deportivo on Instagram.
Amazing. Yeah, make sure you're checking them out. Just some really good content. Another great addition to the kit community. Calum, thank you so much for coming on, mate. It's really been a pleasure to speak to you, find out a bit more about the whole Portobello. You've definitely got in me a fan of the club. I'm sure the other 2 guys will agree as well. So yeah, what's coming up for Portobello? What can you tell us, and where can people find you and stuff like that?
Yeah, so our season resumes this Saturday. We've got 12 games left of our season. So hopefully we can just finish as high as possible. Obviously, it's a challenge being a new club in a league where everyone's been playing alongside each other for 2-3 years. In terms of following the club, Portobello FC on Instagram, on Twitter, portobellofc.com is the website if anyone wants to find out any more information. But yeah, thanks for having me on because this is my first kind of like YouTube podcast thing. So hopefully it went okay. But yeah, no, it's been enjoyable.
Oh, amazing. No, you've been, again, mate, same to you what I said to Dan. Anytime you want to come on, mate, and, rank shirts or do anything, just let us know. We'll definitely make some space for you, 100%. And don't forget as well, all the Portobello shirts are on Classic Football Shirts. Make sure you go and buy them because they need to be bought and worn and shown. Sean, what have you got coming up? What's going on? Let us know. What's going on?
I'd love to say my diary's full, but it's just work and watching Stockport, really.
What more?
Play a bit of football, play a bit of badminton. I will try and do a few videos because I try and do videos for like watching county, but I just never get round to it, and my video fails and my editing's crap. But I'm just glad to be on the podcast. It's always informative. I come away so much more knowledgeable than I've been when we have like guests who know what they're talking about, to be honest.
Well, that's it, because we don't know now, and it's nice when people know what they're talking about.
Well, we do our best. I think we can get by, but we're up there.
Sometimes, now. Yeah. I think we managed to fool them a little bit. But yeah, no, thanks for obviously being here again, mate. It's nice to see you. 2 shows in a row. That's rare for you. Long may it continue. But yeah, that's it from it is. That's it from us. Like I say, we've got more content coming up. Another Desert Island kit's coming out on Monday. And yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday for another full kit rankers. Dom should be back for that one as well. That's great. So yeah, before you leave, if it is your first time talking kit, be sure to smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Why not? It's free. It helps you and helps us because you get great content and we get more subscribers. There we go. We'll be back next week, 9:30, for another full kit rankers. As always, just make sure that you keep talking kit. See you later.